Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome. Welcome in this morning on Tuesday, a thankful Tuesday at that. Lots to be thankful for. Let's see if we can start this off and have a beautiful day.
Chasing coins, because it's a beautiful day. Isn't so come on, let's play. Find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
Good morning. Let's
So you're in a hurry, well you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't so come on, let's play. You just join the fun. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
hello, everyone. Lou, where are you? We have a missing P. I don't know where she's at.
And a missing alarm clock.
And her babies.
Our babies didn't wake us up.
Did you go into another dimension and you didn't tell us about it? We're like, where is everybody? It's so quiet in the house. Not that you're noisy. We usually have the bulldozers of love and
That's true.
yeah. Oh, Lena, need lots of positive this morning. Woke up really frustrated and angry. Need to release this feeling. Let's release that, Elena. We're right here with you. Let's lift that vibration. Yeah, I figured that word might be something like energy. So we're going to laugh you into a higher vibration. Kathy's back to work. Oh, okay. So Elena, do the heart brain with us this morning.
Yes.
Let's start with that.
That's good.
And laughter. We'll have that for sure. So hand on your heart and take a deep breath in. Just forget everything else. Focus on the breath. Whatever's going on where you're at, it'll wait. Just take a moment for you. Breathe in love and breathe out love. And hold that love in your heart. Hold a memory of being with someone that just loved you unconditionally, that just said, welcome to my world. Welcome, friend. And then breathe that love out to the world, welcoming in others who are like-minded. Breathe in peace, the peace that only can be found on the inside. We don't find peace on the outside. It lives right here in our hearts. We can go to places that bring that peace to us, like a beautiful forest or lake. Breathe that in. Breathe in the quietness. Breathe in the serenity. Breathe in the fact that there's no conflict at the moment, in this very moment where you are. Be at peace. And then breathe in joy. Just allow the joy to flow through you. Maybe it's a baby's giggle, or maybe it's a belly laugh that you have. It's something just so innocently funny. Just allow that joy to flow through all of your being, touch every cell in your body, and rejuvenate and replenish. Breathe in that joy. Put a smile on your face because you can. And then breathe that joy out into the world. Share it with others. Beautiful moments need to be shared, whether it's a sunrise, a sunset, a beautiful sprinkling of color through trees and mountains. It should be enjoyed. So send that feeling of it out into the world and let others know that something is happening. There's some shift of energy when you go into joy. Joy just means I'm alive. I'm okay with myself in this moment. Yeah, maybe there's things that can be changed, but in this moment, everything is working perfectly. And hold on to that thought as you breathe that out. And as you come back to right now, right here, where we all are, and we're all just surrounding each other with love. Just go into the love. And Kathy, Marley, and Luke are heading back. I'm sure you enjoyed your time with them. I'm so glad that we got to meet them on that Zoom call with the full moon ceremony. It was so great to see them and to hear Luke really make a commitment for change. You know, anytime any of us make a commitment for change, we need support. Change is not easy, is it?
No, it's not. We struggle against it.
Yeah.
But it's necessary for life, and it's necessary for peace. Peace is not an inactive word, it's an active word.
Mm-hmm.
And we bring the peace. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And supporting each other is an act of love. It's saying, no matter what it is, what change you want to make, I'm there for you. I'll be that support, that cheerleader that says, you've got this. And we promised Luke that that's what we would do for him. When he made that commitment to change, we're like, okay, we're going to cheer you on. We're going to be right there. We're not going to leave you all alone in doing that, making that decision and making changes. So, Kathy, I know he heard that message and understood, and I'm sure that, when the temptation comes, that he's going to remember that he's not alone, that he's got all of us right there beside of him. And anybody, all of you, that you want to do something different, you want to step out of your comfort zone, that's when we need the support, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. When we make that decision, that's a pivotal moment. It's just making the decision. Then we have to do something. Like Dr. Jean said, whether it's finding more peace, more love, whether it's walking into a different career, or any change that you make, whether it's maybe you're in an abusive situation and you make a decision to get out of it. That's one of the hardest things ever in life, is to stand up for yourself when it seems like the world may be against you, if you're in that type of situation. And it doesn't have to be physical abuse. Mental abuse sometimes hurts more than physical abuse.
Absolutely.
Because you can't see the scars, you can't see the bruises. You can't
heal.
Yeah, you can't put a Band-Aid over it and cover it up. Yeah.
Those things that went in your head and in your heart are hardest to get to lose.
Yeah. So yeah, we're cheerleaders. We carry many roles, and one of those is to support each other, to be there, to not let you down. If you're going through something, please let us know, because we want to be there for you. And yes, Kathy, he knows we all have his back, and he is a sweetheart. I'm so glad that he came on camera and let us see him and see that wonderful energy that he has. And yeah, Marlene is very fortunate to have found someone that is of that type of personality, that's open and willing to accept help and willing to talk about what's going on in his life.
I have to tell you all, she's got the screen split. She has Facebook and I guess it's YouTube on it.
No, this is Facebook.
They're both Facebook.
This is Zoom. We're here.
This is Zoom.
And this is Facebook.
Okay. But they're not synced.
No, because Facebook has a delay.
Yes, Facebook has a delay. It's the weirdest thing.
Well,
to
because
sit here and
yeah, I know it is. It looks strange, but these comments won't come up on the restream.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah, because you're having trouble with.
No, because I'm on my channel,
Oh, all right.
so it won't
Maybe
come up on
that's why I
restream.
never could see the comments.
It could be,
I
but on restream I have YouTube, and I have
and Deidre's there.
yeah, and Deidre's on YouTube. So, yeah.
She was saying, yum, what?
Who?
Deidre was saying, yum, what? She said, and yum on her. No,
Up
okay.
here?
Never mind, everybody. I'm sleepy. Okay.
You're talking about on here.
Maybe.
She said, morning, YouTube peeps.
Oh, I thought it was yum. I must be hungry this morning.
She must be hungry.
Yes.
She bought sweets yesterday for breakfast. She did. I'm staying far away from them today because I'm making a change and not eating the sweets like I have been. So, Alina, thank you for asking us to support you, and we definitely are. We're right here for you. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. And Annie7 says, wow, Auntie Jean. Janet Byron, good afternoon over in the UK. So happy that you're here with us. Annie's loving this.
I saw the most beautiful place yesterday. You went to this park and you had to walk up this steep hill. And at the top of the hill, there was this like grove of trees that kind of bent over the road. And when you walked through, there was a pond, a beautiful pond surrounded by the trees and all the different colors. And behind the trees were the mountains covered with color. And Jean was telling me they do weddings there all the time. And I thought, what a beautiful place.
I wish I could have seen it.
Oh, it was so beautiful. I love it. And I keep thinking about it when I want to think of a place to make me happy. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful.
Kathleen, good morning. It's so good to see Luke being open to and knowing that change was needed and committing to it.
Okay.
Pat Moss is walking through the orange plants that my husband decided to buy me. And I found myself being so grateful for my senses, seeing, hearing, smelling, and feeling. Blue, you still haven't told us where you are. You're doing a sneak trick somewhere.
I need coffee. Well, there's coffee here. We didn't take it all.
I told Auntie Jean, I think you're at the lake with the girls, but you know, it's 38 degrees out there.
Yes, it is.
There's frost on my windshield. There's frost on the door out in the patio. Annie's about to fix her a cup of coffee. I know, thank God that somebody set up the coffee for us. All we had to do was push the button this morning. So Blue is hiding. Yes, she is. She's hiding from us. She's trying to
I can't blame her.
I don't blame her at all. Sometimes I would hide from me too.
It's not fun with you not here.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Jeez.
it. It's
I guess
more
so
fun.
fun.
Oh, you're a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
Okay, Lena says it's okay. Pretty soon you'll be in warm weather. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll be
yes.
leaving here soon.
Maybe my brain
Whoops.
will work in warm
I think
weather.
card wants to come out. It just kind of flipped over.
Let's see if it's the same one of another kind.
Yeah, we've had this one before.
Yeah.
The beautiful yellow up there looks like a sunset, I'm thinking. Ride with spirit unbroken. I've been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all, right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences, to let your wild heart be free. And now is that time. And this is exactly what we've been talking about, supporting each other. Kuan Yin's always there with us. She never leaves our side, whether we are in our happy moments or we're going through some of the challenges of life, or maybe we're feeling all alone. If you haven't read the blog yet, it's about inclusion and including everybody, you know, no matter what. And at least, you know, pulling people in and saying, you know, we're going to do this. Do you want to do this? You know, and making sure that everybody feels included, no matter who you are. And that's what we try to do in this family. We try to always say, you know, we're doing a retreat. We're inviting everybody to come. Nobody's excluded from being there. So whatever that is in life, just making sure that you're open to having that experience with whoever wants to be with you in that experience. So that's what Kuan Yin says. I was with you through everything. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. So if you're feeling alone, just know that you're not really. We have angels, we have spirit guides, we have loved ones that are touching us from beyond after they move into their spirit selves. So I love that card for us this morning. And again, she gives us exactly the message that's needed. So I think that goes right along with the blog that was written as I sat yesterday and talked to leaves that were on the trees and leaves that were on the ground. And it was such an immense lesson. I was in tears talking to these leaves that, the thing is that we look at them now, we look at all the leaves on those trees, and they're bringing us joy. They're helping us to appreciate nature, to appreciate the handiwork of God, is what I call it. I say, God, really, you did a great job here painting these leaves and showing us how beautiful everything is, not can be, but is. And then the leaves fall to the ground. They've done their job and they leave the tree. But sometimes there's one or a sprinkling of leaves that are left on the tree. And that's who I was talking to in the forest yesterday at the lake. And, just that feeling of being left out. And, I don't ever want to make anybody feel like you're left out of anything. It's an open space. Everybody's welcome, and the only requirement to be included with us is to be respectful. That's all, just to treat others the way you would want to be treated. Sometimes we get the trolls in here. Sometimes we get other energy that comes through that's not for the best and highest good. But for the most part, everybody that comes in on this morning show or on our chanting show, it's all following the light and coming in and seeing the light.
I was telling the girls yesterday when we were taking our ride, and it was a beautiful ride, absolutely beautiful, that people try to imitate these colors, designers, artists. Well, artists do a pretty good job, but nobody does a job like God does. The colors are so vivid, so full of life, and the reds, the oranges, they're just so beautiful. You can't imitate that. Only God can do that.
Only God can do that. He does it perfectly.
He does it beautifully.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Absolutely. Lena says this looks like the Ukraine flag.
Oh, I knew she said something, but I knew it was about Ukraine. But I can't see very well here.
Lillian.
Well, let's pray for them. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Lillian says, I woke up this morning and was feeling grateful and ready for the day. After a couple of hours, I just got so sad and upset in my mind and thinking, why do people say I'm so good and nice person when nobody gets in touch with me? And my 3 brothers wanted me out of their lives after I was visiting my mom, and I was told by her therapist that all of us children should be doing things for her together. So I did a big job to get us all to do my mom's day better. When I came home, they cut me out. Oh, honey, I'm so glad I'm so sad that experience happened. And let's just turn it around, Lillian. I know that hurts. I know that hurt of being shut out. And, you have to go inside when that happens. You have to know that, we were just talking about this yesterday. Each person's on their path. And this is about you. This is about your path. And yes, it hurts when other people are not nice. It hurts when other people just totally exclude you. But know that you are the star of your movie. This is about you and how you respond to all that, how you allow yourself to feel worthy, even when there's all of that going on. When you have the conflict and you have the sandpaper and you have those that aren't showing love and appreciation, still know your worthiness through all of that. You stand strong in who you are, and you know that you are loved. I'm glad you came here. You came to a place of love and acceptance, and that's what we do. So feel the feelings, feel the anger, feel the sadness. You're human. You're going to have those emotions. We're not going to react to somebody being hostile to us with laughter. We're not going to be in that moment our highest self. We're going to have the human experience. And that's the thing we all need to realize. We don't just push those emotions down. We don't deny that we have those emotions. Thank you for sharing that you felt that, because that's important to acknowledge it, get it out there, acknowledge it, but then say thank you. Thank you. How many times do we say thank you to our anger or to our sadness? We don't, do we?
We don't, but we're supposed to be grateful for
Yeah.
our lessons, grateful for. And Lillian, if I might say this, I was the one left to be caretaker of my mom. And I experienced a lot of that anger.
Mhm.
You know, partly what it is guilt on their part. They feel guilty because they're not doing as much as they should or could. And I don't know if there's reasons for that, but that's what it is.
Mhm.
The thing is that you have to realize, pray for them. And when your mom does leave this earth, you know, hopefully not for a long time, you will be happy. You'll be satisfied. You'll be sad, but you'll know that you did everything you could.
Mhm.
And they were so miserable for a long time because they knew they had fallen short. So don't feel left out. You're okay. You're fine. And you're doing what divinely you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
So,
and
we
led to be
love you
here.
so much.
Yeah. We're
Mhm.
led to come in this morning and let us help lift that vibration, just like with Elena, you know, who shared that she needed some positive energy as well. This is the place to come for that, because we understand we're human, and we understand that feeling of, you know, not everybody is on our side. Not everybody thinks the way we do. But here, this is a group of like-minded people that really get it. You know, we understand that, yeah, we're going through some of the deep stuff, but we're supporting each other through it, just like Kuan Yin supporting us through every moment when we were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, being right there with us. We are right there with you. We may not physically be there with you. Kuan Yin is not physically here with us as a person, but she is physically here with us in her spirit. The same thing with us. Just think of us in another room. We're just in the other room, and you are right there having that experience, but we're not far away at all. I know it may seem like it because of where you are. You're a country away from us, but we're here, and we're here for you. And always call on that. Always look to the support that you have available. We want that. We want that for all of you, anybody going through whatever it might be. We want to be here as your cheerleader, as your friend, to just hold you during the times when you're crying and laugh with you during the times you're laughing. That's what we're all about. This is family. It's the best family you can have. We're not related by blood, We're related through spirit
And by heart.
and by heart, and that's the biggest bond of all. Grayson was admiring the leaves this morning, saying how they were
Grayson.
changing.
Cutie.
Yeah.
How's your squirrel?
Elena says, Lily Ann, your efforts are rewarded, even if you can't see it now. Just like what Auntie Jean was saying, know in your heart that you're doing the best you can. And that's all any of us can do. All we can do is give our best. And yeah, we may not see the rewards. We may not hear the atta girl or atta boy, but we know in our heart we gave it our best. And there's many times when something is done for others, and we never hear a thank you. We never hear you did a good job, and that's okay. We don't do things for the thank yous. We don't do things for the acknowledgement. When it comes from the heart, we just give. We just do it because we know that that's what we're being guided to do. And that's what you've been guided to do, is to be there for your mom, to be there for your whole family. They need to see that strength, that no matter what they're showing to you, you're going to show love back.
Right.
Yeah. So you've got this, Liliane. I know, honey, I know it's hard. I know that you do share love with them, but it's not as important what they are giving to you. What are you giving out? That's what's important. And just hold on to that, and hold on to the love that you have in your heart. And right, Lena, keep on praying for them.
Absolutely.
That's your job right now, to lift them up in prayer. Catherine Kovacs wants to know if we can read the card again. Ride with spirit unbroken. And while I'm reading this, if you have any prayer requests, go ahead and put those in. This time has flown by this morning. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences. Rise above the experience. Did you hear that? To let your wild heart be free. And now is that time. Our experiences are our lessons. We learn from every experience that we have. And all those experiences bring us to right here, right now. So those experiences that you're having with your loved ones, with people in the world, with coworkers, whoever it might be, that's just a lesson. That's not what's the important thing in life. What's important is, how did you rise above those experiences? How did you get to the other side of each of those experiences? And many times when we're right in the middle of the experience, that it seems so monumental, doesn't it? It's like the world seems to be crashing down and nothing is going right. And, we just want that to stop. We just want the pain to stop of going through that hot fire. But know that when you're feeling that pain the worst, that's when you're being carried. That's when the angels are lifting you. And you might not feel it until you get further down the line. But when you come out on the other side of it, you'll know that you weren't alone through that experience. That's when the angels rise to us, is when we need them the most. So if you're in the middle of that pain and that experience, just look up, just pause, hit the pause button and say, where are my angels? When you call them, they'll be right there. They'll show themselves to you. We were talking last night about spirit showing itself to us. And, when you'll see it when you believe it, is a Wayne Dyer saying, and it's so true. Just believe they are there. Believe they are helping you and supporting you. And
you have to ask them.
Yeah.
They have to be asked, because they don't interfere with us unless we ask them. So just ask them.
Oh, Kathleen, what a beautiful experience. She said, my former boss and I clicked the first day we met. Although she is a Buddhist, we realized we had the same spiritual beliefs.
Mhm.
I haven't seen her in 6 years. Yesterday, we had a 4-hour lunch, talked about life, and I'm so grateful we did that and so grateful for her.
Oh,
There's no such thing as time. When we think, oh, I haven't seen that person since I was a child, there's no such thing as time. So your soul knows each other, and it's not a human bond when you've clicked with somebody like that, when you know that they are part of your soul group. Time doesn't matter. You're there and they're there in spirit together. So I'm so happy that you had that. Oh, Annie says, Auntie Jean, right? That's what I did with my mom. Yeah, being that caregiver.
we have to do. I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't regret it. I'm so grateful for that because, like I said, I miss her. I miss her in the physical, but she comes to me in the spiritual, and she's so happy with me, and I just feel we're closer than ever.
Mhm.
And I did as much as I could, and she knows that.
And that's
My
what's
sister
important.
was tortured because she knew that she hadn't done really what she should have,
But that's her. That's her
but that
path.
was her.
Yeah.
And she's passed now, but
Mhm.
she's with her now and she's happy.
Of course.
They're waiting for me.
Well, they can just wait. We're not done with you yet. Charlie Coons, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Yeah. So, Lillian, I hope that what we've been saying to you this morning, not just me and Auntie Jean, but other people that are showing you love and just supporting you and being right there for you, I hope that's making a difference. I hope these things that and get it out, talk about it, don't hold it back, but turn it around to where you understand that that's their path and this is you. Focus on you and what you're doing and how you're feeling, and you're doing the best you can, and that's what matters. Annie said that Grayson Squirrel is eating as much as he can daily. Auntie Jean. Oh, Deirdre, thank you. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia, and for world peace, and attention to human trafficking. Thank you. Lillian, again, like I said, just focus on you. And no, I don't see cutting anybody out of your life as an answer. Maybe stepping away, taking some time for you. Take time to just be okay with you. That's what's important. And just love. Love really is what heals when there's a divide, when there's, a family situation. I've talked to Auntie Jean about this before. I may have talked about it openly, that when my mom died, there was such a division in our family, and we have family members that still do not speak to each other. So things that happen within the family, especially death or an illness where there has to be a caregiver, it can tear families apart. So instead of going into that energy or that anticipation, just go into love. Just love them. Know that on a spirit level, they are loved, even though they may not be showing you that at the moment. So love yourself. Just pay attention to how you're doing, how you're responding to them, and just be you. Just do you, is what I always say. And Charlie, recognize life changes as blessings rather than challenges. Very wise there, Charles. Thank you for that. Joanne hurt her upper back and neck. Not sure if it's caused from physical reasons or emotional stress. Lots of concern about how Jackie is handling or actually not handling finances. Yep. And again, that's her path. That's what's going on with her. And when we take on other people's problems or issues, it's going to feel hard. It's going to feel like that's a heavy thing that we're carrying on our backs and on our shoulders. So again, we can't change anyone. We really can't. We can live by example.
Mhm.
We can share with them our wisdom,
Right.
but that's all we can do. We can't
Mhm.
make anybody do anything. That's their life. That's how they're going to respond in life to whatever issues or whatever situations come up. So letting go of some of that stress. We did the full moon release, and boy, it felt good to let go of some of that. So maybe, we're still feeling the energy of that full moon. For about 3 days before and 3 days after a full moon, you still are under that huge influence. So maybe just writing down some things you want to let go of and just release some of that stress. I don't want you stressed. I don't want you hurting.
No, I have 4 kids, and I've had to learn how to separate myself
Mhm.
from them as people. They
Right.
are people,
Yeah.
but they're making their own decisions, they're making their own path. And I worry about them occasionally. Of course I do. But then I put it kind of on the back burner because otherwise I can't be who I want to be, which is someone who's loving and giving and not under stress. So it's very hard to do, Joanne, especially when you have
Yeah.
grandchildren, which I have involved. And I know you have your grandson. So, but it's really hard when you've given birth to a child to then realize that, okay, you brought this person into the world, but this person is their own person,
Mhm. Yeah.
and yeah,
Absolutely. And there is no easy button.
no,
Especially when it
no.
comes to your children or your family members. There's no easy button, and there's no manual. So we're all just doing the best we can. And as Ram Dass says, and Charlie reminds us, we're walking each other home.
That's true.
So just continue to surround yourself with like-minded people. And Catherine wants us to continue to pray for her cat, Benny, waiting on test results. We've got Oksana with us on Facebook. Good morning. Good morning. And Elena's going off to work and says, love you and thank you for enlightening words. Christina Leftwich, good morning. Isabel, thank you for being here. Kathleen says, we found that we had been caregivers to many people since we saw each other, kind of living parallel lives. We talked about the challenges doing that and the toll it takes and the reward. I know it's hard. I know. All right. I know it's hard, Joanne, and I do agree that, it's something that you don't get away from because it's your child. But just try to stay in that happy place of being you and know that you're doing the best you can with what you've got. You're doing the best you can. And that's what matters, as we've been saying this whole time. So it is time to go into our prayers. Thank you all for sharing what's going on, especially those who are going through a huge time of struggle right now. We love you so much. And that's right. Deirdre, it's her journey. It's her journey. And that's what we have to realize. And with you too, Lillian, with your family, it's their journey. And your journey is just to love. Your journey is to stay in your highest vibration possible. Because, we've talked about how what we're doing, what we're saying, what we're experiencing, it does make a difference in the world. What our energy is that's being put out adds to the collective soup of everything. And so it does affect the whole world. So staying in that high vibration as high as you can, that's what's going to turn things around. That's what's going to help us all to be the very best that we can be. All right, let's go into our prayer time. Thank you for all who have shared prayers that you want us to lift up today. So just take a breath into your heart. Just breathe in that peace in this moment. Breathe in the love. Take a moment to connect with your higher self. Connect with the angels that are right here with us all. And just hold that energy in your heart of love as you think about your situations. Some of you that shared your situations this morning that you're struggling with, that you're having a really hard time with, just hold love right now. Maybe you're at the point of tears and frustration and you don't know what to do. Your heart will talk to you and the heart will never lie to you. So bring the love right into your heart and just ask. Ask for clarity from Archangel Gabriel. Ask for strength from Archangel Michael. And ask for healing from Archangel Raphael. And most of all, right now, ask for grounding from Archangel Uriel. When you're grounded and balanced, it's a lot easier to make those hard decisions. So anyone that's struggling emotionally, mentally, spiritually, just hold that love as you make your choices, as you respond in the way that you need to. Anyone that's struggling physically, just know that you're supported. Know that all healing comes from within. And Kuan Yin tells us that love is the energy that heals. So pull that love into your heart. Focus it on wherever you're hurting, wherever there's a pain, wherever there is dis-ease in the body. Just send that love right to that place and know that you are not alone. You are so loved. You're so supported. And we love on each other. And together we lift up all the burdens, all the prayer requests that have been given to us. So let's do that now. Let's ask that the Creator look on everyone, answering it for the best and highest good of all. And we wrap our arms of love around every person on that list, every animal, every place that's on our planet there's some trauma, there's something going on, and our entire Earth planet, loving on our Mama Gaia, going right down to the very center core and pouring love in there so that it comes back up through that top layer. And every being on Earth knows that something is happening. There's a shift, there's a change, and they can really feel that. So now we love on each other, and we do this every day. Every day we give love, and every day we acknowledge the appreciation that we have for each other, and we acknowledge our beautiful message that our Marietta gives us every day, EIWP, everything is working perfectly when we accept, align, and allow. And yes, Marietta, we're so grateful for divine guidance. Okay, so we count down 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I hope you all feel that love. I hope you all feel included in this family, because that's our desire. That's what we want, is for that bonding just to get stronger and stronger as we include everyone in our arms of love. And we include everyone in the ability to dance, whether you're on your feet or sitting in a chair or laying in bed. Let's dance. Let's let Leo sing to us.
Oh, can you dance?
Okay. Alexa doesn't want to release our Leo. There he is.
You love everybody. You give them all love.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One of peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. I create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy, give me a cuppa full of, give me a cuppa full of joy, give me a cuppa full of. Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can slide with us, there is always more space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy, give me a cuppa full of, give me a cuppa full of joy, give me a cuppa full of, give me a cuppa full of joy, give me a cuppa full of, give me a cuppa full of joy, give me a cuppa full of.
Finally arrived.
There really is no secret. Simply accept, align, allow. AAA, Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, a very day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy.
Love you.
Thank you all for being here. You're so special. And I hope that you've been lifted up. Those of you who are needing that little boost this morning, I pray that what you got here in this time together has been enough to get you through these moments that you're going through. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. I love you all so immensely. And I'll see you later. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful